Oh my gosh. Look, Mom, I'm online.
I'm going to turn this down just a little bit for everybody. I'm
Oh.
sorry. Okay.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
The bumpers.
Oh, no.
Yeah, where'd it go?
We're
Oh,
getting
no. It's okay. We lost our opening bumper, but
Story of my life.
hey, this is what happens when you use free. You use OBS, I guess. Now
I love the screen. I can see you panicking.
we were just talking about that. It's like, how come this thing can do so much, but then it does such weird stuff at the same time? But hi, I'm your host, Mr. Wayne Stollenfacher, here at the Plank Podcast, and today we have the one and only. Crotch cam.
Crotch
Yeah.
cam.
Brandon
Hey.
Thompson. Yes. With the whole B5 thing, he'll explain all that other fun stuff later. And then we also have Nick Emineffin Higginson. But we came up with a better name for you, Nick, even though we still don't have a camera, even though we probably could have a camera on you.
What's my name?
Oh, Lord Wilbur came up with something at the last show that was way better. I remember it was in the parking lot, but I can't think of what it was. I was trying to remember it all morning.
I wasn't there, apparently. Was I there?
Yeah, you were just standing there, and we were just like, yeah, it's a great name. That's way better than Emineffin. But I can't think of what it is.
I don't remember.
It's all good.
I'm dying to know because Peter is a genius.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's brilliant.
When things come out of Peter's mouth, yeah, it's usually like, oh, pay attention, crotch cam. We got to get that
Yeah.
crotch cam.
I feel
out
like
of
I
there.
need to remember, but I don't.
Peter
was really
Richard
good.
Johnson is his full name.
It was really good. All right, Brandon, how have you been doing?
Hey.
It's been at least a year.
Yeah,
if not, since
Probably
we've
a couple,
had you on a
something like
podcast.
that. I think it was before I was married, so it's been at least 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah, I got married in March of 2023. 3/23/23.
There,
Wow.
congratulations
Thank you.
on that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's been great. Marriage is awesome. My wife is pretty legit. Just been hanging out, living in Fargo. I've auditioned for a couple of shows, been writing new music, got the ukulele out to play you guys some new tunes today.
The
So.
ukulele, oh yeah.
Did sound for you guys, 2-3 weeks ago?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also,
So he's got the greatest T-shirt on alive.
Right.
Hey.
I forgot to wear it that night. I showed up and I was like, oh, dang, dropped the ball on that one. I was like, you guys give me a shirt, and the one opportunity I had to wear it.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. You can see Pirate on Cassette live again at Specs on June 7th. First weekend of June 7th, Friday. Be over at Specs. But that's just me pointing that out real quick. But we got to talk about Brandon. Brandon, you're basically known as like a world traveler in my book. You're always around. He rode his bike here today.
Yes.
Which is awesome. That's how I used to just travel everywhere for years. And I was telling Brandon, it was like the last time I was actually like in shape when I was doing that.
Yeah.
So what got you started on that?
On the bike today?
Yeah, besides
have-
being green.
Well, I've been biking to work. I've been trying to do it 3 days a week because I'm conditioning myself for a couple musicals I'm going to be in this summer.
Gotcha.
I have been accepted as the role and casted as the role of Weisel in Newsies, and I'm also going to be the mayor as well in Newsies this summer.
You got to explain what that role is because that's the fun part.
Yeah, Weisel is like the paper slinger. He's kind of like in between the big wigs and the Newsies. He's the one that dishes out the papers for him every morning. He's always giving him a hard time, and he's got his two goonies, his two cronies that work for him and stuff. So
He's the meanie rich guy.
that's right. I just get to be the kind of the jackass to the Newsies this summer, and I'm also in the process of auditioning for a production of American Idiot through the same company as well. So we're waiting to hear back on callbacks about that.
Nice.
But American Idiot's one of my favorite shows. Green Day is probably my favorite band. So really, really looking forward to bringing that to life, especially in this era and this time of political uncertainty. I think it'll be fun to relive that kind of era of music again.
That'll be fun.
Ooh.
So where do you go when you're riding your bike? 'Cause I just want to compare,
Yeah,
baseball cards here, if you want to say.
I mainly go out of my mind because people do not pay attention for bikers or pedestrians when they're driving,
They
especially down 45th Street in Fargo. Oh my gosh. I live kind of by West Acres, and I work out on like the outskirts of Horace, and I probably get run over almost like 3 times a trip. It
You live
doesn't
on
matter.
the outskirts of Horace.
No, that's where I work.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, still, where are you coming from?
I live out by West Acres.
Okay,
kinda area.
that's a jaunt.
Yep,
And
most
that's a
definitely.
jaunt to get here. Holy gosh.
Yeah, well, okay, so a long time ago I saw one of the performers from Moorhead, and she was out
Back
roller
when I was in
skating.
high school.
She was out roller skating and singing at the same time. She was preparing for an audition. And so that's kind of like my mentality. Like I like to go out sometimes on my skateboard. I go to the skate park with the speaker and I just sing at the top of my lungs. Or like conditioning for this show. It's a rock opera, so it's pretty much like 90 minutes of straight nonstop dancing and singing and rocking out like a punk rockster. So
That's what Joe Bonamassa used to do. He used to play guitar and sing on a treadmill.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get you a camera.
Is
No, I like
Yeah,
the
we
3
do.
seconds of me talking. Yeah.
he just comes out.
You
of the
talking
It's
to
like
me makes
the
it more
hand
important.
of Nick just comes on down.
Did you say Joe Bonamassa? Is that
Mm-hmm.
the crowd chant guitar guy?
I think so.
Yeah,
He's
they
a
used to
guitar
play that at the Wild games whenever they score. I love that song. I'm a rube though. I like to sing when themes score, so that's my favorite part.
So how long does it normally take you to like get to where you're going?
I guess to work was about a half hour. I think today was about a half hour too.
Jeez, you're
I
cruising.
stopped. Yeah, the bike I got's pretty nice, and I don't mess
Nice.
around. I
Honestly,
guess.
not much different than driving.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No kidding.
'Cause I used to ride my bike from here to Rose Creek every day. And I remember the first time walking in there, the old guys were looking at me like I was nuts because I was just dying. And that took me about 45 minutes. I got down to about 25, 30. But I won't say comparable, but close in distance. Because I always took it down to 52nd, where I called Old Convent Road.
Yep.
And I'd ride all the way down there and then cut back across and all that.
You call it that too?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The
That was
old
just my wife.
convent?
Convent Road.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know
Alright.
why it's called Old Convent?
I do. but,
You do?
uh,
Okay, because it used to be a convent, and that basically
And now it's an old one.
now it's old one. Now it's turned into like
There's a whole road now.
Yeah.
what
right.
is that
It
now
is,
over
yeah.
there? It's like old folks' home or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, it's like
Like a care home or something.
it's like some old.
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's not a convent anymore.
there's a little disc golf course by the
Yeah.
river there.
Yeah, we call Dead Hookers Park.
That Hooker's Park. Okay.
because that's where we figured that's where we'd find the dead hookers.
Ah, okay.
But
Don't
nope.
want- I
Oh.
live over there, and I did not know any of that.
Is this something you guys are actively searching for, or?
I'm gonna be looking now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Let's just
yeah, I'm gonna
be-
take a little detour on the way
My
home.
backyard. Dogs sniffing in a weird place, guys.
No, so I was working park maintenance south side, and that was one of our parks that we went to, and that one was always the not obscure, but it was the out of the way one where you'd always find people taking their lunch break. And yeah,
Don't look at me. I don't take
Yep.
lunch breaks. I work through lunch. I work hard. Just
I
ask
will
my boss.
say we found lots of interesting things down there, including a tractor tire, like one that's 6 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
and- or whatever. We couldn't move it. We were trying to push on it, 2 of us, and we couldn't even move the thing. We got the Bobcat, couldn't move it. We had to actually get the payloader. And that was just sitting out there in the middle of the park. Literally, someone just came in the middle of the night and just dumped it. So
You could probably stuff a lot of dead hookers in a tractor
you
tire. I
might
tell you
be
what.
able to.
They come in different sizes.
Then they put the
Yeah.
disc golf course down there, and it became a lot nicer.
That's
so,
how they measure them.
But
Ah.
that
Tractor
road,
tires.
It's a 10 hooker tire.
well, that
Okay,
road is where we used
interesting,
to go drag racing because it was so far out of town that no one cared, So, but now it's basically part of town. You got the roundabout over there and all that fun stuff. So the old convent road, yeah. How we get on these tangents? I don't even know. Do you even own a car?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have a 2009 Toyota Sienna,
Nice.
Oh,
tan man van.
Yeah.
If my van is on, or no, if my van is on,
look at this guy flexing
so are
over
your
here.
pants. If that van is running, so are the ladies. Far away.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a 2007 Grand Caravan. And
Okay.
I called it the Manny van. And It was
Nice.
because I get all the mamas. in this
Yeah.
one.
Hey, Nick's flexing as well. Don't look at my vans out there.
Yeah, it's a brown van. It's pretty legit.
Oh, there you go.
It's great for traveling. That's what we do. We don't have the middle seats in it, and the back one's fold down, so we can fit our air mattress in there. And
Nice.
When we travel travel, it's convenient. And I also do Amazon routes in the winter to kind of supplement my income because I do irrigation work during the summer, but I pretty much just am a freeloader during the winter.
Right.
And so my van is great for delivering packages. I can fit a lot of Amazon boxes in there.
Oh, very nice.
It's a job done. Get stuck in the mud all the time. It's wonderful.
So let's talk about your travels. You were telling us all about, like, you went to all these ball games and stuff and football games. I just vaguely remember what you were talking about. I was like, oh, dude, we got to talk about that on the podcast.
Definitely. I mean, I could go on for days with the stories I have about getting free tickets to things. But
how do you get free tickets?
It's incredible. I just go out and lately what I've been doing is I'll street perform. That's specifically why we got this ukulele, because it's compact and easy. I was telling Nick earlier, like, when we get tickets, I can stash it in a bush while we go in with the people and stuff. So
wow.
It's really easy. And but yeah, started out, I just went out and held signs up that said Vikings fan, seek spare seat, please, and people would just give me extra tickets. But now it's evolved to the point where, like, I'm street performing, so we're out there, like, performing for tickets. My wife holds the signs. We got these big colorful signs on canvases, and she's got, like, a little hockey stick now because she's a short little girl, so we got a hockey stick so she can get it up over everybody so everyone can see. And you know, I thought it was amazing when I was by myself. Like, my success rate was, it's roughly like 90% of the time I go out, I get a ticket.
That's
it's
awesome.
never failed for a concert before. So if a band's playing, I'm usually getting in, or I'm always getting in so far, at least.
That's crazy.
But when she started going too, it's amazing. We actually will get like 2 tickets that'll be together sometimes. Or more often than not, we just get like 2 different people that have one single ticket. And then we look up like available tickets on like StubHub, and we find 2 seats that are kind of nice that are open, and we go sit in them and watch them until someone buys them. We just occupy those seats while we get in there. And so that's how we get into things for free. We've seen the Stones play. We've seen Red Hot Chili Peppers in Vegas on our honeymoon. Hundreds of hockey games, football games, you name it.
That's awesome.
And this is all for free?
Yeah, people are always like,
just out of the kindness of people's hearts.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, it started out, I got the idea because like 15 years ago or so, I had 4 tickets to a Vikings game and only 2 other people to go with me. And we couldn't find anything to do with a single extra ticket. And scalpers they'll rip you off for a single ticket. And everyone says, like, everyone's looking for pairs, no one's looking for singles. So I just went out hoping to find someone that was like that one day. And it was the last season at the Metrodome. I wanted to go to every game before the Vikings closed it down or whatever. And I just didn't have money to buy tickets that day. So I went out with a sign, and some dude got stood up by his date, and he asked me, he's like, "Are you old enough to drink?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You're coming with me?" Dude is a business guy, sat me down on the 40-yard line.
It's a beautiful story.
It was like the best seats I ever had at the
my
Metrodome my
gosh.
entire life. And
That's awesome.
yeah, so then I just started doing it for hockey games, and I've been to a NASCAR race before, a couple basketball games, and this and that here and there. So a couple musicals, saw the Newsies, saw the Jersey Boys in Nashville. That was a lot of fun.
Neat.
And it just happened to be the night that Bobby Gaudio was there, the guy that wrote all the songs for the 4 seasons.
That's cool.
So I got to meet him afterwards because he came out the back door. I met the guy that wrote the "Who Wears Short Shorts." he saw my sign and liked that whole thing, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, like I said, it's probably close to 200 times I've done it. I was
200.
just right around there, something like
Nice.
that. I've never went back and actually counted it, but since my wife and I have done it, it's about 90% of the time it works. So
That's beautiful. So was this last summer then? You had like a little tour thing that you did?
let's see. 2 summers ago, we had our honeymoon.
Okay.
So we were out on the road we did, like, our honeymoon was an entire moon cycle. It started with
Entire moon cycle.
we also got married on the spring equinox because we wanted to do something
He
fun.
rides a bike, folks. He rides a bike.
Yeah. I'm one of those folks. Look out, everybody. Well, to be fair, I'm about like 51% liberal. I am still a white guy from North Dakota. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Sorry to let
Oh,
you down.
jeez.
Oh
no.
No, but we kind of did that for our honeymoon. We drove all the way out to California and just stopped at different places along the way. Did that. Visited a lot of family and stayed at free campsites. That's what we do. Is we try and travel for as cheap as possible. So there's no way we could afford to go to all those events and do the traveling that we do. So, and the street performing kind of makes it feel like I earn it a little bit too.
Right.
Because sometimes I go out there and I sing my ass off for like 2.5, 3 hours in like blistering cold weather before I actually get to go in. So, and I believe in like balance, like the cosmic bank. Like what you put into the universe is what you get out.
Send
So
it out into the ether. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm always like looking to balance the karma too. I want to make sure like people do generous things for me. I make sure that whenever I have the opportunity to help other people, I'm always trying to do that too. It might be like free on the surface, like I'm not paying money for it, but everyone pays for everything in their own kind of way, you know?
True enough. True enough there. Well, that's really cool. The whole moon cycle.
Yeah, that's why it was called the honeymoon. It used to be a trip that you would take. It was an entire moon cycle.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
God, I did not know that. Did you know that, Nick?
No.
What?
It was
Okay.
really fascinating to watch it wax and wane during it too, because it was kind of like a timer. Like, when it was
that's
starting to wane at
yeah.
the end, we're like, Jesus, I'm so ready to be home. But it was an important part of the ritual because it's supposed to be about bonding and everything, So for us to go out, and that was kind of like our signature trip after we got married. Kind of defined us as a couple.
That's beyond awesome.
Built the foundation moving forward.
Yeah,
so.
back when you did mail order wives.
Yes.
All right, but we got to get into our top 5 of this week. So this one's going to be real fun. But first, so I got to put this drummer's journey thing up there. So every Wednesday night, I do a drum pad exercise circle. Basically, it goes around the rudimental type drumming type thing. Yeah, drummer's journey. It's free, open to anybody who wants to show up. 5:30, 7 o'clock. I usually bring candy. And we'll show you all sorts of fun stuff. If you don't have a drum pad and sticks, well, they have the ones for sale there. You can share with somebody else or whatever else. But that's all you really need. That and just a positive attitude. But here we go. Some toys from 1984.
goodness.
And today
Okay.
is, we'll have to say it afterwards because we probably don't even know what this is. What could this
Oh.
possibly be? What's it from?
Star Wars.
It is
Yeah.
from Star Wars. May the 4th
Really?
be with you.
Hmm.
Oh, I was going to bring the mask down too, but I forgot completely all about that.
That's the
What is that?
it's the thing
It was a toy from
when
1984.
drops into the thing in Jabba's palace.
Yes.
Rancor?
The Rancor monster. Very good.
Okay.
I'm a big Star
Nice.
Wars nerd.
Yep.
I'm going to get all these right.
From the Return of the
Alright, there you
Jedi thing. It was from 84, 85. I've sold multiple of these guys. I don't know if I still have one left or not. But that's number 1. So may the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is,
When he said what today is, I was like, I can see the date on the screen and it says May 4th.
Yeah, I'm not a
One of our
super
favorite
Star
days.
Wars rube, but I've never seen that one in my life. I feel like I've seen enough to get most of the characters and the references.
It's usually in the
Beyond
dark.
me.
It's in the dark. So
I
Yep.
see. Yeah.
And that one was cool because its mouth opens and you can almost get the
it's the one that gets crushed by the door.
Huh.
the
Okay.
Carmelian
Yeah.
guard.
remember that,
Is
I
that
don't
how
know.
you say it? Chameleon guards? The pig-looking guy that's green.
They are. I actually know what they're called, but I forgot what they're called.
I'm
God.
I
Ah.
should know this, but oh well. I'm blowing my Star Wars lore. It's something guard. The pig guy. You can almost get it in its mouth, but no, usually you get something else stuck in there. But yeah, why don't you play us a few tunes that you have going
Oh,
here?
sure. I'd love to.
Yeah, we got the
Let's
ukulele going
Pull
here.
this guy up here.
And all that. We got a microphone.
We got a.
And we have a Nick M&F and Higginson.
How's that coming through for you?
Should
That
be
feel
fine.
about right?
Yeah.
And this one's
I'll get you
called
as we go.
My Honeymoon Travels.
Honeymoon Travels? No, I don't have one. I was gonna bring the guitar. The newest one I wrote is about my wife, but I don't.
Oh.
I could probably play a song about her on the ukulele later. All right, this one's about a friend that reached out to me and needed some help one day. And it was just a really bizarre encounter. Like, I love the guy to death, but man, it was a wild ride. So, let's see. I don't think this one has a name. It's just a new tune from B. Nickel. I played the wrong song. I'm playing a different song. This is a new song about me being guilty as charged. Always looking over my shoulder, playing hide and seek with the police. Off the grid, a fugitive of justice, and I may never know no peace. But I ain't doing no hard time, I ain't wearing no stripes, breaking the mold, lo and beholder, a wolf among some nervous sheep, a force of nature, a rogue element, untamed and honest as a thief. Well, I ain't doing no hard time, I ain't wearing no stripes. I'm the criminal mastermind, leader of the heist, and I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. Well, I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. I'm guilty as charged. I've been jumping, dodging, hiding. I've been running from the law. 'Cause they know I'm not abiding. I've been living life at large. Guilty as charged. Wow.
Retardando, yeah!
Hey, thank you guys.
Beautiful. Well, you're guilty as charged doing what? You got to explain this tune.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so that song, I have a practice as a songwriter where I try to learn new chords by just picking a random song, whatever. I try to pick the goofiest song I can think of in the moment. And I had my wife is not like a pop star. She's not like she was just singing I'm Not That Innocent by Britney Spears for some reason. I don't know why she was singing it that day. She's like a Fleetwood Mac girl, not like a Britney girl, but she was singing I'm Not That Innocent by Britney Spears. And so I stole the chord progression of that, and I like learned a couple chords, and then I like adjusted it. Like I think I moved it up a couple steps or down a couple steps or something like that. And then that kind of using that chord progression, I came up with that like rhythm and that riff and everything. And instead of Not That Innocent, I'm guilty as charged. So then I took that little bit of line and I just ran with it, started coming up with, it's kind of like when I'm writing a joke too or something for stand-up comedy. It's like you just come up with a list of all the things on the subject that you're working on and just kind of push it in, place it here and there. And
Oh, so you're not actually looking over your shoulder?
well, there's probably some like
maybe.
I played that song for my American Idiot audition, and I've been kind of leaning into it. Like I also made them a video called My Taped Confession. And so I was kind of leaning like, Your Honor, I'm guilty as charged. And if I were you, I'd throw the whole book at me, that kind of thing. Like I'm totally guilty of being me 100% unequivocally all of the time. So sorry, I guess. I'm not sorry.
No. Beautiful energy in there.
Thank you.
Beautiful energy
Appreciate
in there.
that.
Let's get on to number 4 here.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. More toys.
Whoop, that one. There we go. Bam. What is this toy from 1984?
This gives me Skeletor vibes. Not.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I
wish I
picked the
could see it.
non-obvious ones because I know you guys would figure it out. Plus, you know how weird it is? And I keep telling the Gen Zers that they need to find their own dang generation because they all do the Gen X stuff. Is that everything that's from like 84 or whatever has been repopped, out there, so everyone knows what they are.
Yeah.
So I don't. If this was repopped, obviously it was a little under the radar.
Is this from the Crystals, Dark Crystal? I have no idea.
This is something they played on Saturday morning to sell hunks of plastic to children in the 80s. Certainly.
Yes.
That's about all I got.
Don't they do that now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is more fun.
Non-fungible
That's how I got
pieces of
into
plastic.
Star Wars in the first place.
Sometimes compostable.
Well, your Skeletor vibes were completely on there. That is Masters of the Universe.
He-Man.
Like He-Man, Snake
Okay.
Mountain. Where Skeletor, that was their Castle Grayskull.
I thought it was
Gotcha.
too obvious. It didn't.
Yep. And it had the little microphone with the voice changer in
Oh,
it.
that's what that is.
Yep.
Ah.
Okay.
So it was really cool.
Hey, man.
Found a few of them last summer, actually. But
Until we meet again.
That was pretty good.
That's crazy. Play us another tune, Brandon.
Sure, I'd love to.
We need another one.
Oh, let's see here.
One that you heard here first.
Yeah,
Right
actually,
here on the plank.
all of these songs
Podcast.
are ones I'm working on a new like album of demos.
I thought you were about to say album of death.
Album of death.
Yeah. Death ukulele.
I
Right.
need to hear that.
Let's see.
What is ukulele under like huge gain and distortion? What would that be? That be it? Would it be any good?
We gotta find out.
Okay.
I do know there's this band called Lung, and the lady plays like an electric cello, and she like distorts the crap out of it, and she like does the low end and the high end. Yeah, they're amazing.
It's the one sound this mixer doesn't have is distortion.
Oh, of course.
Ukulele distortion.
Specifically that one.
It doesn't have it. It has Hall room plate
probably
gated and
for a
reverse
reason.
reverb, but not ukulele distortion.
Oh, dude.
7 types of reverb, but not one.
Not even in the updates? Come on.
I don't.
I thought you guys said you were gonna bring it to the next level if I was gonna show up here. What's going on?
I offered to bring stuff. He said, "I got stuff."
I got lots of stuff.
Second-rate podcast here. You guys don't even have ukulele distortion. Come on.
All right.
Well, yeah, this next one, all of these songs are new. I'm releasing a new album of demos. Last winter, I did 21 songs for $21. It's available on my website. It's called Merits. It's got 18 songs on acoustic guitar and 3 ukulele songs as well. Songs from when I was like a punk rocker. Back in the day, I was in a punk rock band growing up. So we have some songs from that, some songs from like my Ramblin' Man adventure days, and then some new songs as well. But all the songs I'm going to play today are going to be on my next one, which is going to be a set of demos called Occupations, hopefully coming out within like the next 6 months or so, something like that. But yeah, we can talk about my website later. If anyone wants to buy my music, bnickel.com. Bnickel is not spelt right because I don't know how to spell nickel. It's spelled like pickle with a B and an N. So there you go.
Nice.
It's all good.
Yeah,
it's already in the
It is.
description down below.
Down there, yeah. So let's see. This one I wrote. I was just having a heck of a bad day or something. It's got a lot of like uppity energy to it, but I think the message is a little downer. But it is about like choosing to like carry on as opposed to like give up and tear it all down. So there's a little bit of an upbeat message to it, but it's kind of a serious topic for me. I'm just a little depressed that one day. So this one came out of my soul, I don't know, probably in February or so. A big old sigh and a whelp. This is not a cry for help. I don't know what I need, but it ain't your sympathy. Everything has gone wrong, and this has gone on for too long. Lord knows I will stay. Could you please miss me anyway? Miss me anyway. What makes life better has made me worse. I have casted my own curse. I've abstained and I've fiend. I've obtained a lot of green, blowing smoke about my health. Slowly I destroy myself. Need to quit, but not today. Could you please miss me anyway? Miss me anyway. Miss me anyway. A big old sigh and a whelp. This is not a cry for help. You don't know what I need, so would you please just leave me be? Keeping notes about myself, but they're best kept on the shelf. Live to die another day. Until then, miss me anyway. Miss me anyway. Miss me anyway. Could you please miss me anyway? Cool.
Great sustain.
Thank
Man,
you.
your voice
Thank you,
is so
guys.
good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was literally singing the whole way over here biking, so I appreciate that. That's honestly like, I don't have any like formal vocal training or anything, so I appreciate that. That really means the world to me.
I
that you say
need
that.
formal vocal training.
Apparently not, though. You just said my voice was good. I don't have that, so
Ah.
you
You got to hear Wade rap. That's
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Naughty
yes,
kitty
okay,
cat.
yeah, I can drop a
Naughty.
beat if you want.
No freestyling today. I'll just get myself in trouble.
Just
I know
regular
that.
styling, right?
Oh, that's good. I was getting
prepared
like
style.
really dark Charlie Brown vibes from that. Like they're all dancing on their little thing. Then it's like the whelp and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If Charlie Brown could sing.
Yeah, right.
It's never him.
No, so good. Good on that. And that's one that's coming up here on your next thing of what do you call it? Demos?
Yeah, or well, I'm calling it occupations.
Occupations.
So the last one was merits, and my wife
Oh.
got a box of little trophies, and she gave me a little trophy for every song when I finished it. And so we had, like every song has a picture of me in a
That's such
tiny
a
little
good wife.
trophy.
That's what those trophies are.
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
I remember
So,
seeing those.
And then I also made like a lyric book with it. I typed up a little story about most of the songs and typed out all the lyrics and put some pictures and stuff in there. So that's all available on my website, bnickel.com. I got a little shop on there. I also have a card game that I sell too called Scratch Phrase. That was the game I was going to bring, but I forgot to bring it. So next time you guys have me on, we can play my card game too.
Oh,
It's a
heck
little
yeah.
fun little word game that I
Nice.
came up with. So
That we can. We'll ask you about B-Nickel here in a second, like where all that come
Yeah.
from. But, we got some toys to look at.
oh, let's see what's happening.
What's the next one? What is that guy?
Oh man.
Oh, it's a P.
I know they repopped this, but I'm pretty sure you guys haven't seen
It's
it.
not.
Say you got into my kinky folder, didn't you?
Oh,
This is
that's why it took so long to dig out.
Oh
It's
Jesus.
Screaming Cabbage
The
Patch,
Screaming Cabbage Patch.
but it ain't Cabbage Patch. It's like, is that a worm?
It is a worm.
This gives me like fairy tale vibes, like it's
Yeah.
connected with some sort of like book of stories from long ago.
It's the in-between pages of Hansel and Gretel.
It's a worm. This came out in '84. It's called it the
Glow-
Glow Worm.
I do remember these.
So you guys
Yeah.
were right
It's
on
not
there.
on me.
Basically,
Nope.
like its head lit up
Yep, I remember those
a
commercials.
little
Oh,
bit,
weird.
and
Nope.
so you could sit there. It was like your little
It's
night
like
buddy.
rerun commercials.
Yep.
You know how like moon shoes are still on and it's still like that 4x3?
Yeah,
It's like-
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
It's that, but you work over at Dempsey's and all that, so you see a lot of groups and everything out there. So what is some of the craziest stuff you've seen on stage? I've been dying to ask you this for
Sure.
a while. I think last time I forgot. But it's like
boy,
you got to see a
I don't
lot of
know.
weird stuff.
at the aquarium for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
or whatever. You're definitely out there.
You know, I don't want to like bring these people down, but those people that just make like the random noise stuff or whatever, and they always have like fake blood and like weird lights and stuff. Like I get it. I think it's cool and like if you're not hurting
Artistic.
if you're not hurting other people, you should be able to express yourself unequivocally. But we've got 3 more bands that have got to go after this. Like, could you hurry it up? Like, come on. So that would maybe be my thought on that.
I appreciate your art, but I'm on a time schedule right
Yeah. I guess one thing, the open mic comedy show at Dempsey's is pretty wild. Not a lot of people know this, but Dempsey's almost went under. And then Shakar, the guy who came up with an idea for an open mic comedy show, saved the entire operation.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. It's just Thursday
That would
night
be
show.
so
that
You
poetic.
got-
definitely got me confused.
I realized that joke only works in the context if you tell it at that show because people always laugh
Yeah.
like, yeah, right, this show saved Dempsey's, okay. But no, that's always fun. I don't really have a whole lot of negative things to say about those people. Any of the
Well,
performers
not
or
negative,
anything-
just like weirdo
Oh,
stuff.
weird.
Like I know I
Sure.
had bands that people wanted to take dumps and buckets on stage and stuff like that.
yeah.
I always had to talk them out of it. Yeah, no, Nick's over there going like, "What?" It's like, "Oh yeah, there was a whole different lifetime that I was in."
Were you the shitter or the bucket holder?
No, I was the guy in the back telling them, "Stop that." Stop
I was
that.
the bucket.
But one of the, because people out there who know or remember the getting completely undressed and putting the elf mask on, and I'm not going to say the name of the band because if you know the name, If you know what's happening here, you know the band.
Ooh.
But, this type of stuff used to happen back in the 90s a lot. So
Okay.
I'm just wondering what kind of weird things people are doing nowadays, or if they just put up video things in the background, throw paint around or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, there isn't really anything. Of course, I'm usually just assigned to do like a gig or two a month there.
Yeah.
So I don't really do a whole lot. And I usually do that Poutine band a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And there's
Poutine.
like, they're awesome, but there's nothing like wild or zany happening when those guys are on stage. It's
Yeah.
just some
Oh,
straightforward
the
good
fiddle
times.
players still stand up and like get on the bar and
Yeah,
stuff? Okay.
yeah, no, that's one of my favorite bits at Dempsey's. Everyone loves that. I mean, everyone gets their cameras out and they got him pointing at that guy, and he does a
He's
really great
good.
job too. He's so
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
He makes my life easy because the signal he sends to the board is strong, and
That's awesome.
it doesn't need any like adjustments or anything like that. Like usually, I just turn him on and he's crystal clear the whole
Sweet.
night. And-
Love
Beautiful.
those
Yeah.
presets.
right? Yeah, the presets help a lot for sure. But
Helping out the sign guy. Sign guy? Hi,
sign
sound
guy.
guy.
Yeah.
Every show is a deaf performance.
right.
With some real nice equipment. Oh man. No, so talking about B5 here. What's this B nickel thing all about?
B5, yeah. Well, the name's Brandon. My favorite number's 5.
Brandon.
So, I have a friend named AT.
Euclid?
What's that?
Euclid?
Euclid?
Is that 5?
5. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is. Look it up out there.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
Google thing.
Beuclid.com.
There used to be. Did you go to Moorhead High?
I did, yep.
Okay, so we all went to Moorhead
Spud.
High, and they
Yeah,
used
let's
to
go.
have where like
Spuds.
the parking lot is now. They had Euclid Mound, and I think it was for one of the math teachers from back in the day.
Hmm.
In my day, and that was Euclid. It was 5 feet tall or
That
5
is
feet high, and that's basically what it was.
Hmm.
So it's all about fives. So.
Yeah. 5's important to me because it's like the base of our number system. So
Oh, yeah.
I always go down trippy like thought channels where like if we had 6 fingers, like we would still count to 10, but there would be 2 extra digits in between. And it
Yeah,
actually would
yeah.
make math different and maybe easier in certain ways because 10 would also be divisible by 3 and 4.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
well as 2 and 6, which is kind of crazy. But right now, 10's only divisible by. So to me, 5 is an important number because it's just like the basis of everything that we do and how we count.
I got
And,
a crazy fact about this, and I think you're going to love it.
okay, let's lay it on me.
Uh-oh, here comes Nick.
I'm ready
It's
for
about the counting system.
this. Okay.
It used to be a 12-base
We
system.
count?
Really?
Yep. So if you look at your fingers, you have 3 sections on each finger, and you
Oh,
use your
right.
thumb to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Sure.
So let me demonstrate since
beautiful.
Nick won't
Yeah,
take
that was-
off camera. You got the 3 divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wow.
5, 6, and I think we can count.
Oh, jeez.
You know,
Oops. Sorry, Nick.
this is getting the redneck side of me really excited about some conspiracies. Like, why?
Are we eating
Why
the
did they
bugs?
change our number system? Were we too powerful with 12 base math, or what was happening? like, I don't
It's that
understand.
counting of 3s, yes.
There's people
Triples.
that kept losing fingers, and they had to borrow a friend's hand.
Oh, we
One
got
of
dark. I
one
love
of
it.
one of the lines in Newsies when the Newsies are ripping on me, my character Weissel or whatever, they say that one of the things is like he gives the Newsies a set of papers and it only has 19. It's supposed to have 20, and they say, well, Weissel can't count to 20 unless he can see his toes.
Aw, rip off.
All right, yeah.
I can only count to 4.
So, anyways, oh yeah, that's. So that's where B nickel came from. I'm Brandon number 5. I always write Brandon number 5 on like my name tags or this and that, and people be like, "Why are you Brandon number 5?" And I'll be like, "Cause I'm the 5th best Brandon in town."
Johnny 5 is alive.
I was surprised I was that high. I didn't know there was a contest, but yeah, 5th best in town, baby.
I don't even know if I know 5 Brandons in town.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm the worst.
Okay. So is that like the name of your production company or
Yeah,
your
I would
just
say
artist?
it's like my
name?
creative pseudonym. So
There
I
you
was,
go.
I was in a punk rock band growing up. We were called the Grimways, and I was Tommy Grimway. So for the longest time, I created as Tommy Grimway or Tom Grimm, and I had my website Tom Grimm. I had all my like social medias were that, but it just kind of felt like a little bit like of an imposter syndrome situation where I didn't feel like I was creating genuinely as myself, and I wanted to be as like sincere and open.
Yeah.
And I'm learning to be vulnerable in my artistic expressions, and so I revamped it last
He's
winter.
growing up so fast.
Did a full branding and changed everything to B nickel, and then I was on another one of my friend's radio shows, and he was trying to find me. He's like, "How do you spell nickel?" And I'm like, "Nickle, duh."
Oh.
So that I learned at the age of 30 something I don't know how to spell. But you know, there is no other like B nickel the way I spell it, so it's unique.
works out,
And
yeah.
you know, creative people we take liberties all the time, and so I'm just leaning into it. It's my thing, and pickles are my favorite food, so
There you go.
that's where I'm taking it. It's like pickle with a B and an N. So bnickel.com, that's where you can find it. I got some links to some videos and things I've done. I made some like 360 videos back in the day. I haven't done that in a while, but they're up there. And yeah,
Oh,
a couple
cool.
albums and stuff.
Were
so.
you the one that came in and showed me the Troll Lounge on a 360 video? Is
Hmm.
that you or what did that?
You know, I've been in the Troll Lounge. I have been in
Somebody was
the
showing
Troll
us
Lounge with a 360 camera, but I don't recall a video of it specifically.
Okay.
I used them to make. I was working at Amped at the time, and we had like a student band do a performance there.
Yeah.
So I did record that with my 360 cameras, but I don't think I have a VR headset video from inside
Okay.
there that I recall. Maybe I do. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I make a bunch of stuff
Remember
and then I
someone
forget about
showing
it
me
because
that.
I obsess over things and then I move on to the next creative project and then I look back on things and I'm like, wow, I did that. I'm like, all right. That's I guess how you build
You
up a
ain't
catalog of
alone.
crap, right?
Just say
Yeah.
that. Now, so let's get out another one here.
yeah.
Oh, what could that one possibly be?
I know I've seen that
The
one.
I've
Greater
definitely seen
Toys
this
is definitely
one.
female-based from 1984. Allie, this one was for you, but you're not here.
She looks like a girl
Mhm.
you can bum a clove cigarette off of.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Clove cigarettes, that's still a thing. Man, I remember going through that phase.
Yep.
97. Oh, wow, yeah.
I was like, I'll never have to not enjoy smoking again.
Exactly.
Huh. No, Rainbow Rhonda? I don't know.
Nick, what you got?
Gay Leslie.
You were so close. Rainbow Bright.
Oh, look at
Hey.
you.
Rainbow Bright.
I have heard that before.
Yep,
But
had
that's,
its own cartoon series and everything else on Saturday mornings.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah. It was a whole deal. We still got one more, and that last one's might be a little stickler. Bang.
Alright.
But here's a question I've been asking everybody who comes in here is that the demographic of people coming out to shows lately, at least what I've been noticing for the past few years, is basically becoming older and older. It's like middle age, usually ladies, sometimes some
Yeah.
guys, and then, but with that being said, it's like no one wants to be out after midnight anymore. It's like the
Yeah.
Gremlins, you can't feed them after midnight or whatever, but it's
Yeah,
So-
the third set at Dempsey's, it's usually pretty light in there.
yeah, it's like it's so hard. Well, I don't say holding people there, but just no one just has the interest when it gets
Yeah.
that late. So it's like, would you think or have you seen like if earlier times usually a better idea or what have you been seeing on that? Because I noticed there at Dempsey's last time we played was that all the older folk are gone by about 11:30 midnight, and then it was all the younger ones, which was cool. It was great to see a bunch of those Gen Zers out there, but
I feel like I'm a bit more of the problem than the solution to what you're proposing here.
yeah, exactly.
I'm also the
I'm also a
I'm
problem.
not out there after midnight a lot.
Yep.
I rarely do shows at the aquarium anymore just because I don't want to burn out my ears doing like a techno sound thing or some like I like
Yeah.
heavy metal music and stuff, but at some point, like, I don't know, when you're doing sound, I feel bad having earplugs in and I don't want to like blow out my ears by the time I'm 40 or something like that.
Got
So
them filters.
but
in.
I do know, like, at the aquarium, usually the shows are done by midnight, and that is probably more to
Yeah.
do with the staff and whatnot. Because
Mm-hmm.
I remember back, Fonder was always like, "We need to shut this down now. Like,
Yeah.
get these guys off a stage or whatever." So, but yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't really. That's probably just the way. And I suppose the younger generation is going out to different shows. Like there's more of the
Well,
electronic scene a little bit.
Is that true? Is that
I don't know.
going on?
I don't go
Okay.
to those scene. I'm not part of that scene either. So yeah. The latest I stay up is when the Minnesota teams play out west, and we have to wait until 9:30 for a hockey game to start or something like that. And the only way I'm getting through that is if I get a nap after work. So
Yeah, I just play Baldur's Gate until like 4
Precisely.
a.m. That's
Sure.
all.
right.
I can't do that out and about.
Yeah, because I talk with a bunch of people, and they're talking like you start at 4 to 8 o'clock, and the place is packed the entire time.
Okay.
So I just wonder, is that the new business model that probably should take? Now I noticed that a lot of things are becoming earlier. Like this weekend, we start at 8.
Yeah.
So which is nice, because we're done the early time at midnight. But it's
also West Fargo. Though.
yeah. Well, should that be a change in what's going on? At least being with the sign of the times. Because it's just basically, again, it's like you're trying to hold people there after midnight. Like, what's the point if no one's going to be around at that point? So,
Yeah.
I was just seeing if you saw anything like that, or just going to back me up in what I've been noticing. And
No.
and obviously, you're just like, I'm not going to be out past midnight. And that's same here.
Right.
Oh, don't care.
Yeah. It's a shame. I know, like, the music scene around here was popping in the early 2000s and whatnot. But I guess I really don't know. I haven't noticed anything, but I'm also not immersed in it too much.
Okay.
I know that people don't drink as much anymore too. Could be part of it.
True. But the advent of self-driving cars, will that change?
Yeah, it may be. Yeah, I sure hope so.
Who knows? I was watching a whole thing on that. It's like actually they can self-drive, like fairly decently now. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was just that that cruise control thing that you just don't run into the guy in front of you. But
No, a lot of them can do that.
there's me. Again, don't look at my vans out front. These guys are showing me up. They're 2007 Siennas.
Yeah.
It's okay.
My
Kendra
heart.
blew up my car.
Oh, that's right. We forgive you, Kendra.
That sounds like a good story. I don't know that one.
There's the hole in the drivetrain. She drove. A rock flew right into it.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Try to do that one twice in a row. Yes.
It shouldn't have happened once.
No kidding. How did that happen? That
Wow.
brings us to number 5 of our toys from 1984. This one's actually a
Oh, yeah,
game.
we should know this one.
Oh, is
I
it?
got this one.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so it isn't
On
that
3?
hard.
Yeah, right?
Say it.
1, 2, 3.
Jumanji.
Oh.
No. Sorry.
Nice shot.
I was panicking. I was like, what funny board game am I going to say? Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah.
Trivial Pursuit. So that apparently was still popular when you guys were playing that stuff, and now
It's popular now.
Yeah.
God, you see them everywhere for a nickel. Everybody's got them.
Yep.
So
It's so dated too.
the old Trivia Pursuit, yeah. I always wondered about that though. If you got like the old versions, could you answer the questions still? Because it'd be
There's a lot of them about. I got one from '96, and it was about. There's a lot of questions about Bill Clinton
Yeah, exactly.
and Monica Lewinsky, which are very not right.
Just wonder about that.
This sitting president has never received oral sex from a partner.
Definitely not that woman.
Who could that be?
Oh, that did not age well.
Didn't take very long either.
No, it did.
No.
The juice is loose, yes. Brandon, you got another tune for us?
Sure.
Bring us on out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do one more of these guys.
I got a one.
Wrap
It's
it
kind of
up.
like it's a two-parter. It's kind of like two songs that fit together.
Two
but
parts.
this is the song. The first one is a song I wrote the day after I found out that Jeffrey Fonda had passed away.
Oh.
So, bit of a heart wrencher on that one. And then wrote another song. We were having his little his memorial service. It was like a show or whatever. And I went there and paid my respects and looked at everything, said hi to a bunch of people. And then I went to Dempsey's because it was weird. Dempsey's was closed on a Monday, and it was really, really sad. And it felt weird that no one was there, so I took it upon myself to stand guard at Dempsey's for a little bit. So, yeah, that was kind of like my way of paying respects to a man that I truly loved. And, yeah, this is the tune that fell out of me that day, so. It's hard to put these thoughts into words. It troubles me to deal with the news I just heard. And as I parse through what memories I have, I begin to mourn the loss of all our future plans. I just hope you know how much I loved you. And I was grateful you were there. You were the sweetest, although slightly crass. You snuck up behind me and firmly grabbed my ass. You stood up for the meek while burning up a smoke. I was so fond of your heart and soul, and I don't wanna go there without you. I don't wanna be without you there. And as I get back turning pages again, I realize our world continues to spin. And you're still with me, I feel you by my side. You've transcended now, so you can be my guide. And I can feel your love surround me. And I am grateful you are there. Have a seat and make a wish. Grab a pint at the Beer and Fish. Dine until you're satisfied. Just ignore the crazy man outside. He's been there all this time, you know. I sat down to play you his song. Didn't know if I would stay that long. And maybe I am just a bit lazy. The fonder came back as a bee. I was there standing guard, you know. Well, the rest of you were at his show. I did my best not to look like a creep as I sat there and watched you eat. Then I stole a hug from Loaded Joe. Relieved of duty, it was time to go. I'd been there all this time, you know. Maybe someday I will tell you so. Well, all the others paid respects to our bro. I was there standing guard, you know. Fonder lives. Yes. Thank you.
So that guy is going to be missed. I wish I would have known him better. I know I've seen him around, but
Yeah.
I was not one of the fortunate ones to actually be like friends with them.
Yeah.
For everybody else. So
I've always kind of just been like a reoccurring character at Dempsey's. Like I'm the guy that shows up like once a season or whatever. But yeah, Fonder was the greatest, man. He's really took care of his people, that's for sure. So
awesome. Oh,
yeah.
Again, nice singing, good tunes, got
Thank
all
you,
that.
thank you.
I got to ask you this, though, before we leave. Has Filthy Frank ever been any kind of, what's the word I'm looking for here, Nick? Inspiration?
Filthy
On
Frank?
Yeah, Filthy Frank on ukulele.
No, don't know him at all.
You don't. You got to check out some Filthy Frank. It's
All right.
getting old.
There we go.
Youngins out there, no,
take
no,
it, yeah.
that's not something you should be watching.
no.
But that's
That sounds right up my alley.
Yep. My son showed that to me years ago, and that's basically where I started realizing that the podcasters are the next rock stars, because basically this guy built himself up being not really a podcast, but more of a show that he would put on every week, and he just got nuttier and nuttier and nuttier. Then he started putting out albums, and now he's selling out stadiums, and I can't remember his real name, but just look at Filthy Frank. That's all you got to do.
Definitely check him out, yeah. I just
But he
kind of
does
got
a lot
lucky.
of ukulele stuff.
I bought a ukulele for my sister like a decade ago for her birthday. We went out and picked it out for her on her birthday because she wanted one. And I guess it just hung up on her wall for like 5 to 7 years or so. And then I was at their house one day and I like picked it up and was kind of just goofing around with it. And she's like, you can keep that if you want. So it was a soprano one. I keep it in my garage where I do garage things because every now and then it's nice to have a ukulele when you're doing garage things. And yeah, I bought this like alto one. It suits me really well. But like I said, when I'm street performing, I love it because it's like lightweight. I don't have to. I can just like stash it after we get our tickets if we want to. Because
Do you
sometimes
ever lose one that way, though?
no, I have my
Really?
I have my phone number written on it, and I guess I figure. I was telling Nick earlier, like if someone like sees it and really wants it, like more power to them. It's $100 ukulele, so if someone uses it and sees it and it's something that's of value to them, it's probably that they're gonna play it. And so it's like when you lose a crystal, like you can't really be upset because it's on to wherever it's supposed to go or something. I don't know what that's about, but
It's so poetic.
but
I love
also like I figure someone sees it, like I don't know, if someone wanted to try and sell it, maybe they need the money more than I do. I don't know. And I've left it in a bush probably a dozen times, and it's never been a problem. So
oh, that's cool.
great, yeah.
Have hope for society
Like
once
a little bit in
again.
the pocket. Well, yeah, I mean, again, like I get people that are kind enough just to like give my wife and I free tickets. It used to be about like going to those games, and I wanted to go to all the events, and it slowly became more about like the people that I would meet. Because like if you got an extra ticket and you're willing to take a chance giving it to some like two strangers to have them sit with you, like you got to be kind of an interesting person. And I met so many cool people that way. So like iron sharpens iron, people sharpen people. That's how I try and stay sharp, is going out there and whack my sword up against as many other people as I can. So
There you go. Iron
Yeah.
sharpens iron. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything left for the good of the order there, Brandon?
no, I don't think so. I guess I don't put any of my music on like Spotify or YouTube or anything like that.
Got any
Probably should
street
have.
performances coming up?
No street performances at the moment. I am going to be in Newsies this summer, and I'm auditioning for American Idiot. I'm almost certain whether I get cast in that show or not, I'll be involved in some capacity because I got to be out there this summer for that. So Stage West out in West Fargo, North Dakota, they're doing Newsies and American Idiot. Get your tickets for that this summer.
Nice.
It's like the end of June and the early August are the two times that the shows are running. So, and then I got my music on my website. Like I said, I don't really post it to other places because if people are interested, you heard the songs I played today. A lot of the songs on my Merits album are pretty much the exact same thing. So if you'd like to hear more about that, buy my album. It's 21 songs for $21. It's called Merits. I've also got a couple different pricing tiers. So if you want to buy, like, you can get your own little trophy with it at a different tier. There's another tier where you can get your own lyric book.
I love it.
If you want the lyric book. So, but if you want to support an artist and, go buy their shit, that's how you do it.
That is it. Nick, you want to talk about 8-Side real quick?
Yeah, let's go 8-Side.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta
you
get it
can't see
Thank
me.
you for running sound. Oh, that verb and stuff you're putting on when you
Yeah.
sing it is beautiful.
Oh, reverb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ukulele distortion.
That was beautiful. We just got to get that ukulele distortion. Where'd it go?
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of sounds on this board that I was playing with. So that's part of What I do a lot of the analog stuff over at 8Side. We do a lot of we try our best to make it a hybrid system. Analog is coming back in a weird way, and we're trying to keep up. We are updating. We just got a tape machine that is not working, but we have one.
Nice.
And,
They're working on it.
We have an ISO booth, which we just have to have a plumber come in and fix something that's going on with that now. But we have it. So we are upgrading in really fun ways. So if you are in need of a recording studio or in any capacity, whether that be for a band or audiobook read or a podcast even, we are trying to dip into the live stream as well. You should consider it. We have we spend a lot of time treating our rooms. Spend a lot of time making sure everything just works, and everything does just work there.
And just about to start working on ukulele distortion.
Yes.
That's my
Yes.
next project.
There it is.
It's
Yes.
gonna be a
Up and
bunch of-
coming, folks.
I now have to buy a ukulele.
It's gonna be a bunch of time. What do you call that when they buy those little things for your sound system, your DAWs?
What?
What do you-
Oh, your
what do you call it?
plugins?
Plugins.
plugin.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
sorry.
There's
Yeah.
some
You just said
plugins
thing.
coming your way.
There is almost already an open source
Absolutely.
ukulele
There's
distortion
gotta be.
plugin. It's gotta be.
There you
yeah.
go. And we're from Pirate on Cassette. You can find us from the Tiki Tacs all the way down to the Instagrams and all the other fun stuff at Facebook and on the YouTubes and every place else. We're going to be in Specs here on June 7th. So June 7th, I think we start around 8:30 and we go until, I think, 12:30. So, oh, Brandon's trying to get in on this. Oh. I love the new studio setup. It's really fun.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming on again, Brandon. And, until next time.
Thanks for having me.